Hello, my name is Sean Doherty. I'm doing the case study assignment for Social Work 4110, Week 16, Discussion 1. My interaction with the client in summary. On day 1, our client called in this afternoon. She needed a safe place to stay overnight. She needs help with food and a place that can take in a dog. She was happy to find out that even though the fire happened when she wasn't home, her dog made it out safe and okay. Her apartment fire was a part of a big multifamily fire that had a warming center open until it was escalated into a shelter case. The client was advised to go to either the warming center or the shelter to get the intake with the American Red Cross. She would be serviced upon arrival. Day 2, she chose not to go for the intake the day before, but had found a safe place to stay that's temporary, that can take in her dog, but needs some help finding more permanent housing that can accommodate her dog. I have directed her to the shelter once again, since that is where all of our intakes are happening in this region, because we had a very big fire, and we had all of our responders at the shelter, so they could not go out and service her. She requested help knowing landmarks around the shelter, so I used Google Maps to help her locate the area. She will be directed towards the casework department for more permanent housing once she finishes her intake. Introduction. So this was a client caller. She called about an apartment fire at her home. She had been away from her home, and upon her return, she found her complex had been affected by a fire. She was very happy that her dog made it out safely and was in the hands of her neighbor. This was a part of a large multifamily fire, which had a warming center for those affected until a shelter was ultimately opened to service those in the area more efficiently. This only happens to large-scale events. Assessment and planning. The client wanted Red Cross support. She had ID and proof of address. All 3 of these enable us to serve her, since we know she's connected with the large multifamily fire. She needed help with having a safe place to stay with accommodations for her dog. I had conversations with the client, listening to what she is going through to see where we can provide support, as well as to comfort her through her loss. She found a temporary home, but wanted further support finding something more permanent. The goals of our interaction. Goal number 1, prove she was directly affected by the apartment fire. Goal number 2, listen for what resources she may need. Goal number 3, direct her to the shelter we opened in her region. Goal number 4, address that she needs somewhere that can accommodate her dog. Goal number 5, help her locate the shelter and its surroundings. And number 6, console her in her loss. We plan to intervene to support this client. Goal number 1, ensure that she has ID and proof of residence. Goal number 2, identify that she needs a safe place to stay that can accommodate her dog, and then find further housing that could be more permanent. Goal number 3, I gave the client the address of the shelter we opened in her area. Goal number 4, many of our shelters can accommodate pets, so that may be an option. Goal number 5, I used Google Maps to help her identify the structures around the shelter for her to locate it more effectively. Goal number 6, listen carefully to her situation with consideration that she just lost her home unexpectedly and she lost a great amount of her possessions. I helped her keep her hopes up. Application and intervention. The client has heard my recommendation to go to the shelter for intake and further support. Casework should provide her with help finding a more permanent living address. She knows the area that the shelter is in and its surroundings, and it is now up to her to continue our support for her in this event. I also related to her on her spiritual and hopeful reactions to the disaster. She was hopeful and to get help despite her great loss. Termination. I provided the help and support that I could give at this time. The client knows what the next steps are. She knows where to go for further help and has the American Red Cross phone number should she need anything else. She was pleased with my help and was appreciative of the Red Cross for their support and consideration. She also has my phone number in case she needs that. Okay, that's the project. Thanks.